Hello guys, how y'all doing today? Today we're doing what if Naruto had a twin brother? Now I know there's a bunch of stories as if to what if a brother or had a sister. That really concerned me was that in the Naruto franchise they never have any twins. I mean they'll have brothers and sisters and all that type of stuff, but it makes me question why is that there are no twins or anything of that stature in the Naruto franchise? And it made me think, what if because there was two babies in the womb that there's so much chakra that has to be used that either the birth mother dies or the baby dies. So that kind of makes me kind of think. I've never seen it in a manga or even saw it or mentioning something like that in the franchise or anything of that nature, or even in the anime or in the movies itself. So I thought this would be a fun little thing. Sorry about this little thing right here that's popped up. Get rid of that. I'll keep that. I'm not too much of into the editing part. Just want to do this video and just want to finish it. Because it was an idea that I thought, and a bunch of other like animes that were doing this, like Dragon Ball Z, people doing what ifs on twins and whatnot. So I thought this would be a great thing. But we already pretty much have a name and pretty much what the character would look like, as you see on the right hand side, uh, and been known in, I think, the movie that the other character name was going to be mentioned as Menma. So we're going to mention him as Menma and Naruto. I think Menma, in a personality wise, would be more of like a Minato state, but have a lot of chakra because one, he's a Uzumaki, and two, he has the red hair, which actually increases the chakra point. Because Uzumakis with red hair will have more chakra control and more chakra as well. And plus, they can probably hold up any tail beast easy. So let's start off with the story. I think what we're going to do is start it from the very beginning to where we have Obito, Kakashi, and Rin when Minato was before Minato was the Hokage. And we're gonna do it like at the war part. Instead of hiding in the caves, they'll try to run and escape. Even though it might be sound cowardly, but retreating will be a very more agile or more scenic route. And the reason is that I want to see it because of future uh or future settings. So we're gonna save Rin and Obito. So when the next time that Rin spout, I think if I remember, it's been a while since I've watched Naruto. Um, that Ren got captured, or was trying to get captured. I don't know, but that whole scene just it didn't turn out the way that it was originally. I know that I'm still supposed to storyboard this thing. Oh, come on, use. But I'm just trying to do this fast because I've only got about 15 minutes of editing to even try and do this. But anyways, let's continue on. So let's go to when I think if I were to say, I think the coup d'etat wouldn't happen. This is kind of like the Tsunade situation, the Tsunades, Tsukuyomis, uh, or whatever it's called. I might have mispronounced it wrong. Anyways, let's continue on. Um, but the coup d'etat doesn't happen. Uh, I think we will put uh Obito with Kakashi to be like in the Anbu forces because I think Danzo would probably do it more as a um because Obito would be with also Itachi and Kakashi and I think also Yamato during that time as well too. And since Obito has the Sharingan and Kakashi doesn't have it because he's not the clone, you know, ninja right now because he doesn't have the extra Sharingan high because Obito didn't die during that time or fake die. Not really die, but more of he was a lost cause to something that was dying. I didn't know that he was still alive. So we're gonna put this at the time where Kushina is now feeling a little bit something different. So she goes check out to the medical corps, and at this time, Obito's in the Anbu, Kakashi's in the Anbu. Ren is just peacefully minding her mind, and pretty much Ren and Obito, I'm pretty sure we want that fandom to kind of happen. So I would say that Ren and Obito have more of a strong feeling in a relationship during that time. Since he did save her from the people that try to take her away. I mean, she likes Kakashi, but Obito has more of a feeling towards her than Kakashi does. Kakashi is more on hand set, but he's more lenient and more gentle a little bit. But let's continue on. Sorry if I'm running through this, but trying to keep this under 15 minutes. During the time she has been told, Kushina has been told that she has a rare case, very rare. They don't sense just one chakra in her, they sense two, which is very strange, and they're kind of checking up. It might be the nine tails, but they're not for sure. But they are for sure that she is for sure pregnant. Well, Minato actually called up Kakashi and Naruto, seeing as to make sure that if the nine tails were to break out, they could be reinforcements to make sure that nothing bad ever happens to either Kushina or the other health professionals or health ninja to this catastrophic if it does happen. So they're pretty much guards or personal guards inside the chambers to make sure that if anybody were to break in and get the nine tails or to assassinate the young or to assassinate Kushina or anything else, they would actually invest into this. Finally, after pain of hours and minutes or whatever, finally she gives birth to her firstborn, Naruto. Well, the second chakra has finally now been revealed. She's about to give birth to a second boy. And while trying to get the second boy to be, out in the world, finally the seal kind of breaks. Her chakra kind of drains more as she tries to hold on to the nine tails. And sooner or later he emerges out. But before that happens, and while during the destruction of most of the mountain and everything else, because Minato lost function and didn't really realize that she was having a second child. Due to this action, he finally escaped. But sooner or later, he does be born, but her chakra is very, very, very low. She's almost on pretty much death's door. But she gave the second boy a name, Menma. So, after that discussion and all that transpires, the Nine Tails is on a rampage, attacking the citizens and attacking the Leaf Village, just like originally planned. And sooner or later, Minato does drop Kushina back off to their place. But someone else is there. Some man. It's not Obito. Obito's with nine, try to fight off the Nine Tails as best as he can, along with Kakashi, to kind of weaken it as well. But sooner or later, that doesn't happen. Suddenly, a mysterious man in a cloaked robe and what looks like a whitish pale skin. It's a white Zetsu, which they don't know who this character is at that point. But he's going to claim the Nine Tails because the Akatsuki is still kind of a thing. And also the Uchihas are trying to fight the Nine Tails as well. But it's coming to no claws. Finally, a man just attacks the white Zetsu, attacks pretty much everybody else, and tries to claim the Nine Tails. Well, fortunately, the fourth Hokage, Minato, finally appears on the scene and deals with the man himself. He's not for sure what this guy is up to, but if it has to do with the Nine Tails Fox, he's for sure not going to let that happen. And the third Hokage is there too. Finally, they're at the same kind of spot. The Nine Tails is still at the village, destroying it, as the white Zetsu and Minato kind of face off. Suddenly, out of the blue, the Nine Tails finally closes in, and Kushina's there to try and see if she can help seal the Nine Tails Fox away. Also, during that time, the third Okage tries to step in and fight the white Zetsu. But finally, he gains control of the Nine Tails a little bit using a implanted shotgun that was from Madara. Finally, the Nine Tails tries to kill the two infants because he fears that those will seal him up back again. He gets in and out of control, but tries to kill them. But sooner or later, Kushina, and not only that, the third Okage tries to step in, both impaling the third Okage and Kushina. Finally, the white Zetsu disappears out of sight. Minato sees his beloved is impaled by the Nine-Tails Fox, and not only that, his somewhat sensei and best friend. But to make sure that the Nine-Tails is sealed again and at a weaker state, he decides to tell Minato that he's going to do the Reaper Death Seal, implant most of Kushina's chakra into the boys, so that way the village can be safe. And that's how we're gonna start this series. I know it was a little bit taut, but hey, we're gonna do it like this for now. But bye bye for now. Okay, bye.